The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all. For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial Darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True, but we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my daughter?
I see she's become a lovely young woman. Pleased to see you again, my dear. My son Thomas asked after you. Perhaps I should bring him with me next time. Ha! To what end? She says. So glib, too. She's just like her mother when she talks like that.
See what I contend with, Hal? There is no telling my fierce girl anything these days. Make her bless her heart.
No doubt because you've trained her as a warrior. How unique.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle. Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope. They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is my daughter we're talking about. Do you hear that, Duncan? My daughter is not interested. So unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription...
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone? In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me. Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lass and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
There you are. Your mother told me the Tyrn had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt. Pardon my abruptness, my lady. It's simply that I've been looking everywhere for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave. No matter how the maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. He'll listen to his mistress, but anyone else risks having an arm bitten off. I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we? Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it. Before we go, my lady, might I beg a question? I've heard from several people that a Grey Warden is here. Is that true? Then, is it also true that this Grey Warden was asking after me? Maybe. Have mercy. Is he asking after me or not? Maker's breath. Are you certain? Can you imagine me, a Grey Warden? It would be everything I've dreamed of. Of course, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Pardon my outburst.
As you wish. Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves, I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down. Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
This should be easy enough.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here? He does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
Finally, some wildlife.
Cut them down!
Everything was out to get us.
Where do these creatures come from?
As you wish.
And stay away! The dogs will die on your corpses!
On it.
Maker's breath! Look at that one! Serves you right! This is like a bad adventure story! Kill them all!
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all. Those were rats from the Kokari Wilds. Best not to tell Nan. She's upset enough as it is. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Jarl's men.
As you wish. On it.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead. Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then. Take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lady. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my lovely daughter. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled? You've always had a way with her. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon. You're too kind, dear girl. Didn't I spend half the salon trying to convince you to marry my son?
And made a very poor case for it, I might add.
You remember my son, Dyron. He's not married yet either.
Don't listen to her. It's good to see you again, milady. You're looking as beautiful as ever.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great pleasure, my lady. You are as pretty as your mother describes.
And she says that after seeing you whacking stuffed men in the courtyard, sweating like a mule.
Your daughter's prowess with the blade is most impressive.
I was quite the battle maiden myself in my day. But I think it was the softer arts that helped me land a husband. Aware that my husband and son are about to ride off to battle and perhaps never return? Quite.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your ladyship.
Going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little sister to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well. Stay. I'd like to say farewell. I wish you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those Darkspawn myself.
In Antiva, a woman fighting in battle would be unthinkable.
Is that so? I always heard Antivan women were quite dangerous.
With kindness and poison only, my husband.
This from the woman who serves me my tea. Then the Arl's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many Darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
And miss having both my children in one place before I leave? Not likely.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Oren. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, Maker's breath. It's like living with a pair of small boys. Thankfully, I have a daughter.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her, sister, won't you?
Oh, good. How thrilling to know I'm so well taken care of.
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Help me! The castle is under attack!
Warden senses... tingling.
Get him!
You had it
I'll rip you a
coming.
new one!
How about you?
Get him!
You will do better than that. Let's make this quick, shall we? Desperation is an ugly perfume. I need healing.
Where is everyone else? You're all dog meat, that's what! Cut you down! Over here, you little runt! Get down! Over here, you little runt!
Enemies approaching.
Get him!
Time for some fun! Show me what you've got! Let's make this quick, shall we? Fear is your weakness.
Guy scum!
Only one shall stand. Next!
Where is the tail?
On your guard!
You're all dog meat, that's what! Over here, you little
You
runt!
or me,
I'm
and
gonna
it
rip you
isn't
a new
going to be
one!
me.
I'll leave you this.
Never had a chance.
Go down!
Only one shall
I'm
stand.
gonna rip you a new one! You're all dog meat, that's what! You're all dog meat, that's what!
Move and parry! Strike and kill!
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt? Her scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Howl's men. Why would they attack us? You don't think Howl's men were delayed? On purpose? That bastard. I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed. We must find him. I am no Orlesian wallflower. Give me a sword and I'll use it. Now let's go.
Let's get started.
No! My little Oren! What manner of fiend slaughters innocents? How he's not even taking hostages? He means to kill all of us. Oh, poor Fergus. Let's go, I don't want to see this. Perhaps we can salvage some things here, darling. Some of your father's belongings are in that trunk.
I sense something drawing near.
You'll believe. Everyone else!
I do not fear. I have nothing else to lose.
This should be easy enough.
To battle!
That's you! No! On your guard! Time for some fun!
Healing. Make her guide my hand. They have wounded me.
As you wish.
Oh, dear Lenthra. I'm so sorry. If she hadn't come to me, if she hadn't been here.
This should be easy enough.
Can you hear the fighting? Hal's men must be everywhere. The front gates. That's where your father must be. I have my treasury key. We could go there first and take the Kuslan sword from the vault. If anything is worth fighting to keep out of Hal's hands, it's that sword. But it may be a dangerous path. If Hal's men are inside, they must already control the castle. We must use the servants' entry in the larder to escape. Do you hear me? Then let us be swift.
castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here! Yes, my lady. Here they come!
Boy, you are. Time for some fun. Let's make this quick, shall we? Come now, defend yourself. This should be easy enough. On your guard. Desperation is an ugly perfume. Is that all you've got? A little frantic. I can see that. It's either you or me, and it isn't going to be me. Stay still. Ha-ha! Only one shall stand.
Where is everyone else?
Enemies approaching. Come now, defend yourself. Less fighting, more dying, blast you! How about you? Is it just me, or do you actually think you have it? You never had a chance. On it. Is that all you've got? Better than that. Desperation is an ugly perfume. I sense something drawing near.
Tell us! You'll bleed for this.
I'm
gonna rip you a new one.
Time for some fun. It's either you or me, and it isn't going to be me.
I'm gonna rip you a new one.
Show me what you've got.
I'm gonna rip you a new one.
Sloppy. Only one shall stand. Ha-ha! Excellent!
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt? Did you see their shields? Have you seen your father? We must find him. Perhaps we can salvage some things here, darling. Some of your father's belongings are in that trunk.
On it.
No! My little arm. Oh.
Senses tingling. You had it coming. Stop them! Chance. Show me what you've got.
You gave me no choice.
Make this quick, shall we? On your guard. Everyone, stand. Down with you. You're right. I need healing.
Dear Landry, I'm so sorry. If she hadn't come to me, if she hadn't been here. Can you hear the lighting? House men must be everywhere. The front gates. That's where your father must be. If anything is worth fighting to keep out of House hand, it's that sword. If House men are inside,
As you wish.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here! Yes, my lady! Here they come!
Desperation gets ugly with you. We will not be defeated! I will drive you to the myself!
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here! Yes, my lady! Here they come! We're under attack!
Boy, you are! Kill them all myself!
We're under attack! You'll never be my best!
You or me? And you
Under attack!
You're mine!
How about you? We're under attack! We're under attack! How about you? Good riddance. The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here! Yes, my lady! Here they come!
Critter.
I
will kill them all myself! Cloud will pay for what he's done! The prison will not fall! You! I will grab you all around myself!
I can see why!
Get out of the way! What a little...
Defend yourself!
I do not fear. I have nothing
Time
else
for
to
some
lose!
fun! You had it coming!
Hide my
Only
hand!
one last stand!
Boy, you are! Come and face me, Dad! To battle!
On your guard!
Fight for our home!
Excellent! I can't die like this. Blast it. I sense something drawing near. Less fighting, more dying, blast you!
How dare you! We must stop
You or me?
We will not be
Isn't going
defeated!
for me.
Fight for my Oran! How dare you come here! And back!
You had it coming! On your guard!
We must...
You or me? And it isn't going to be me! Time for some fun! Only one last stand!
Beware.
This should be easy enough. As you wish.
I'm gonna rip you a new one!
And back!
Just me! I actually think you have done.
To battle! We fight for our home! It's too much!
Right.
Make us die by hand!
Move and parry! Strike and kill!
You! And I shall do the same to Howard.
Only one last stand. Is that that all you've got? Look at this mess! How about you?
Pay for what you've done.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here! Ah! Here they come! They're right behind me!
You had it coming. Come. Stay still.
We have won this battle, but we cannot waste
You never had a chance. I sense something growing in. Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance? Only one shall stand. Time for some fun. Come, you can do better than that. Down with you. Enemies approaching. You're mine! Show me what you've got! A little frantic?
Oh, thank you,
I can see
Mercy.
why! You never had a chance! This should be easy enough. On it. This should be easy enough. That'd make an interesting pet.
Vengeance!
No, quarter!
The Quizmen don't fall to the likes of you!
Is that all you've
I
got?
will drive you from our lands myself!
You never had a chance! No mercy!
You did well, my dear!
Down with you! On
We're
it.
getting close to the treasury. The Kuzlan family blade lies inside. Use that key I gave you. That blade cannot fall into Hal's hands.
Let's get started. As you wish. Warden senses tingling.
We're under attack!
Let's get this quick!
We will not be defeated! There's nothing else to lose!
As you will. Right, more time, blast you!
What a little boy you are!
How about you?
I think you have a chance.
Aldous. You will be avenged, old sage. I swear it. I pray that Mother Malal has escaped. They would not commit that sacrilege and do everything else with me.
Isn't going to be me. Show me what you got. Only one time for some fun. Come now, defend yourself. I will kill them all. Get them!
How dare you!
Excellent!
There is hope yet.
Warden's senses tingling.
You're dead! Bring it on!
Let's make it quick, shall we?
Stop them! To battle! We fight for our home!
Move and parry! Strike kill!
Make her hide my hand! How will
Come, you can do better than that! Excellent!
But we cannot waste more time.
No match for me. Terrorize another
Desperation.
And I shall be the same to How when I see him.
This is like a battle. Where'd you come from? Go, man the gate. Keep those bastards out as long as you can. Your ladyship, my lady, you're both alive. I was certain Howe's men had gotten through. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Howe's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly. If I do that, you won't make it out before the gates fall. Please, go while you have the chance. When I last saw the Terran, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
Should be easy enough.
This is for my honor!
We're under attack!
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance?
I'll kill them all myself!
It's either you or me, and it isn't going to be me. On your guard! Down with you! On it. Enemies approaching! Stay still! You're mine! Show me what I've got! I have nothing now! Defend yourself! As you will.
We must stop them!
Take that! Is that all you've got?
You gave me no choice.
Better help us all. We're
We
going
must
to
get
die.
out! They're slaughtering everyone!
I sense something drawing near. Shall we? You had it Shouldn't be enough.
Come and face
You or
me,
me,
dare.
and it isn't going to be me. Let's get started.
There, you both are. I was
Bryce!
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding!
Hal's men found me first. Almost did me in right there. He can't get away with this. The king will...
Bryce, we must get you out of here.
I won't survive the standing, I think. Ah, my darling girl. If only Will could make it so.
Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go!
Someone must reach Fergus. Tell him what has happened. Yes. Vengeance.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the Tern is correct. Hal's men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The Tern and I tried to reach you sooner.
My daughter helped me get here. Make her be praised.
I am not surprised.
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, I beg you. Take my wife and daughter to safety.
I will, your lordship. But I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
You fought your way to me through Hal's men. I think the Maker's intention is clear. I will take the Tyrna and your daughter to Ostagar, to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then your daughter joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us. We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our daughter will not die of Hal's treachery. She will live and make her mark on the world.
Darling, Go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you. My place is with your father. At his side to death and beyond.
I'm so sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life, and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, pup. Warn your brother. Know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Cailan. I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met. Your brother has already arrived with High Ever's men, but we are still awaiting your father. Dead? What do you mean? Duncan, do you know anything about this?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken High Ever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word. No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds. We are all in danger, my friend. Nothing can be done until your brother returns, and that will not be until the battle is over. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different. I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling. Yes, we should proceed with the ritual. Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.